He's Cliff Floyd from the Major League Baseball Network, and they've got Game 3, League Division Series between Oakland and Detroit that's coming up at 1 o'clock today. You can check your local listings at findmlbnetwork.com. This is how old I am.
Uh-oh.
I remember watching you in the minor leagues. How old are you?
I'm 40.
When were you in the minor leagues?
91,
Yeah.
around that time.
Yeah, I think I saw you in Charleston.
Yeah, passing through.
Yeah.
Yeah. Charleston was a bad place. Well, when we played,
Yeah.
it was just like, you know what, Waffle House, go back to your room.
That was it.
Yeah.
Where's the best place to get in trouble in the minor leagues?
There's a lot of places. I think where I played at in A-ball was Albany, Georgia.
Yeah.
Oh, bad place. I mean, because they had the college right there.
Oh.
We were young. It went hand in hand.
But when you see Bull Durham,
Yeah.
were there Susan Sarandon types in the minor leagues?
Oh, everywhere. You just didn't know,
Wait, that hot?
hot as fire. But you have to be careful because, you was trying to establish a career. And then you didn't know what Susan was up to.
But these women are
You know what I
looking at
mean?
you and saying, wait a minute, has this guy got a chance to be a major leaguer?
Right. They sizing you up.
Wait, you might not be good looking,
Right.
but if you can play,
Right. See, they didn't have the internet back then. So you couldn't dial up some, look at the names and go like, oh, okay, this guy going to make $100 million or he's supposed to make $100 million.
Yeah.
You didn't know that. So you had to size him up and then you had to actually go to the game. That was the difference. Like, oh, I got to go watch the game and see if he's good.
nobody wants to sit through an entire baseball game.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially minor league baseball.
Exactly.
Best story from the minor leagues.
Man, the bus trips, I guess, was probably the best of all our stories because the buses wasn't like the best, wasn't like Greyhounds or, with the coach bus. It was a coach bus.
So Michael Jordan wasn't buying your bus like he
No.
did Birmingham.
No, that was
Barons.
just like, that was more of a like, wow, like jealous type. You want to like punch their tires out. You know what I mean? Like just that wasn't cool. But for me, it was more of, getting to the bus and guys wanted to sit by themselves. Because from Albany to Charleston, West Virginia, or West Virginia, it was a long bus ride. So guys would get there and they'd be sitting there in their underwear.
On the bus.
On the bus going, you want to sit with me? No, I'm good. I'll double up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you have a problem with Jordan trying to play baseball?
No, I didn't. I don't know if it's because I grew up in Chicago. I just didn't have a problem with it because I felt like, you know what? You establish everything you want to do in the NBA.
If he had grown up with baseball, what kind of player do you think Jordan would have been?
That's a great question. The way he approaches, or what we saw growing up, watching him in Chicago, I think he'd have been great. I don't think he'd have been superstar status as he is, what a legend he is in basketball, but I think he'd have been great.
He's Cliff Floyd from the Major League Baseball Network joining us, New York City Man Cave, Dan Patrick Show. Where do you want to start with the postseason here? What surprised you the most?
I guess the Pirates. You talked about them a little bit, and I guess when you look at where they are right now, very frustrating bunch through the season. I felt like they were one, weekend away from not being in this position. And to see them where they are today, to be able to overcome what they overcame yesterday, they've made a ton of strides. And I think that's what baseball is going with the young teams today. You see these guys, young veterans, understanding what it takes to go to the next level. And when you do that, it allows you to now see if you're the Kansas City Royals, if you're some, Cleveland Indians, that it is a chance for us to be around this thing for a long time.
Dodger fans apparently upset because they think the TBS crew is pro-Braves.
I'm a little under the weather. That was pretty funny right there.
I wasn't trying to be, but okay, would TBS, it's the Braves network, but you're coming in to do a Braves game against the Dodgers for a national audience. Are Dodger fans reading too much into that they're
Way
not?
too much. Your team is good. What are you worried about? That's how I look at it. You look at the Dodgers team and you're going, I'm going to worry about the telecast? I'm going to worry about something that has no bearing on what my team is doing out here on a day-to-day basis. I'm looking at the Dodgers and going, we don't have Matt Kemp, Andre Ethier.
I know.
And we went out there and did what we did last night. That's what I'm more worried about.
But you know how fans get.
Yeah.
Like they want to be complaining
sensitive.
about something.
Something.
Like you're up 2-1. You just blew out the Braves. Let's complain about
Let's
something.
chill. Let's relax and appreciate this. I mean, because when you looked at this team early in the season, you couldn't have told me, DP, that these guys are going to be where they are right now.
But if I said you can have the future of Yasiel Puig or Clayton Kershaw.
Whew. I'm gonna go with Puig. Now, I love Kershaw, but I think when you look at pitchers and you look at these youngsters today, Matt Harvey's and these guys that's having these arm surgeries and things like that, you're always susceptible to that. You know, you're always worried about when that next pitch is going to be my last pitch. And Kershaw does a great job of working. I mean, they was talking about the other day, he was there 5 hours before game time working. He puts in the work, but I still believe when you look at pitches, he's throwing that little white ball every fifth day. And you just always, you know, as an outfielder, yeah, you can run to a wall, you can do some things, pull a hammy, but you're talking about serious stuff with your arm.
But Puig, and I don't know if it's a fair critique that he doesn't love the game enough. What does that mean? He doesn't respect the game enough.
He's learning. He's young. You have to give him time to grow up. He doesn't understand. He come from Cuba.
What about Robinson Cano? Because I hear the same thing. He doesn't.
I think it's his play, the way he approaches the game.
But does he take plays off?
I think he takes certain things. Yeah, certain. I think at times you've seen Robinson Cano, you know, hit a ball and you go, yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that you went halfway because you thought he was going to catch the ball.
What would you pay him?
I wouldn't pay him $300.
No. Would you pay him $200?
Yeah. I think when you look at the market today and you look at what Robinson Cano fits in, you have to feel like Robinson Cano deserves $200 million. Now,
how many years?
Right situation. Because I look at the Yankees team and I go, well, are you going to build around him to allow him to grow? Because right now, Robinson Cano probably doesn't look that attractive on the Yankees roster.
Okay, but how many years are you giving? I don't want to give him 10 years. I wouldn't build around
Well, if you're going
Robinson
to give him $200 million, you got to be around 10 years.
I'm giving 5 years, that's it.
Well, then you give him 25 a year.
All right, I'll do that, but I'm not investing in any more than that with Cano.
And I think if you go at him at 5 and 25 a year, you'll get him. And he'll be happy with that. Best
player in the game is who?
Miguel Cabrera, Miggy.
Okay, building a team around who?
Wow, that's a great one. I really have to look at, and I know I just want to get some with Puig, but, when you look at pitching and what it means to you, Kershaw is the guy. Because right now he's going to get
Harper?
I love those guys, but I like pitching. Yeah. I can always find me some offense somewhere.
Best pitcher you ever faced?
John Smoltz.
Well, he had wicked stuff.
As a starter and a closer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't come back and throw like 100 out of the pen. You know what I mean? With a knuckleball. Like, how you throw 100 in a knuckleball? I didn't get that.
But what's the feeling like when you're at the plate and you just know this isn't going to end well? But you're still up there.
When you have a game plan and you go up there and your game plan goes right down the you know what.
Yeah.
And it's the first pitch of the game. You go, I'm not going to swing at this pitch. And the first time he throws it,
you swing.
You know what I mean? You're doing that old goofy, and you're going. You go back and you're throwing off the whole game.
Would you rather face a guy with junk or a guy that just brings?
I hate junk.
Cheese.
I hate junk. It almost made me hate junk food. So that's how much I hate junk.
Give me the guy who threw salad. The lightest throwing pitcher ever.
Well, I mean,
you faced Moyer.
I faced Moyer. And I remember a situation. It didn't happen to me, but it was in spring training, and I forget who he hit. But when he hit him, the ball went like in front of home plate, and Jamie said, "Oh, go to first. That didn't hurt," and he knew it didn't. He knew it didn't hurt him. Yeah. But I mean, the guy I faced that I thought was tough, but he threw soft was Tom Glavine. I mean, he threw 85 to 86
on the corners. Nibble.
You know what I mean? I feel pretty good to say that. I know if he's watching, I raked him.
Oh, you owned him?
Yeah, I owned him a little bit.
Who threw the hardest? Like, is there a time you didn't see the ball?
There's a couple times.
Like, you just didn't. You heard it hit the glove?
Yeah, you just try to time it as best you could.
Who threw it? Randy Johnson?
I mean, I only faced Randy once. I had a headache on Randy's days. You know what I mean?
Did you sick out against Randy Johnson?
Oh, yeah. Hey, see, everybody will they'll come and tell you, oh, no, I'm a competitor, I'm competing. If I had a chance to sit out against Randy Johnson, I'd be a fool not to sit out against Randy Johnson. You know what I mean? I like my life a little bit more than I like hitting this baseball right now.
What's I mean, the bling here, the watch here.
Well,
come on.
I figure this is how I look at it, DP.
I mean, that's
I bought it when
serious.
I bought it when I was younger, and my boy said, "Listen,
Is that a Breitling?
yeah." So
Damn,
it brightens
that's
up
very
it
bright.
brightens up the room.
Very Breitling.
Yeah, but my boy was like, he was like, "Give it to me and let me do some stuff to it." And this is what I got. So I had it a while ago.
Hold it up for the camera.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
And I figure if you have it and you're not gonna sell it, might as well wear it. You know?
You don't worry about walking.
Yeah.
You do.
So I don't want to wear it on the damn Patrick Show.
Are you going to take it off as soon as you leave here?
As soon as it goes in the pocket everywhere. Gas stations, clubs, anywhere you go.
Yeah. Hey, it's good to see you.
Thanks.
We appreciate you coming
Thanks
in.
for having me in, man.
He's Cliff Floyd, Major League Baseball Network analyst. You can see Game 3, the LDS, the League Divisional Series between Oakland and Detroit today at 1 o'clock. And you can find Major League Baseball Network. Find MLBnetwork.com.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.